RogueCon 23. That's right. It is here. It's not back. It's here. It's the first one. Join the ultimate celebration of digital content with its creators, passionate fans, and industry experts. It is all happening in downtown Waco across multiple venues, January 20th through the 22nd of 2023. Now, if you want to go, you got to get tickets, and tickets are on sale at RogueCon23.com. That's RogueCon, RogueCon 23.com. Be there. I'm going to be there. Everybody's going to be there. Let's go. RogueCon 23. That's right. It is here. It's not back. It's here. It's the first one. Join the ultimate celebration of digital content with its creators, passionate fans, and industry experts. It is all happening in downtown Waco across multiple venues, January 20th through the 22nd of 2023. Now, if you want to go, you got to get tickets, and tickets are on sale at RogueCon23.com. That's RogueCon, RogueCon 23.com. Be there. I'm going to be there. Everybody's going to be there. Let's go.
Welcome back to another episode of No Waco. This is your host, Debbie. Welcome back to another episode of No Waco. I'm your host, Debbie, and here in the studio today, we have a very special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Kristen Thompson.
And what do you do?
I am an artist.
Yay! So, what brought you to Waco, or are you a Waco native?
I came to Waco for Baylor, and then we moved away, and then like 5 years later came back. So we've been back here since 2012.
Wow. And so you've been here for quite a bit. What has it been like getting in the art scene here in Waco?
It's been great. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be. Mm-hmm. It's growing a lot, and I feel like the community is really cool. Yeah. So it's only in the last couple years, like 3-ish years, that I've like really gotten to know people.
Yeah. And you've moved around a lot. So you were actually born in Illinois, and then you grew up in Katy, and then you ended up here, and then you moved away. So you've been really well traveled. What is it so much about the Waco community that you love?
It's just a really unique city, I think. We wanted to move back to Texas just because we miss Texas. At that time. It might be different now. And it's just a really unique place. You can be an entrepreneur, you can be an artist and get plugged in. And like, I just think there's more opportunities here in Waco.
Yeah. So what did you come to Baylor originally for?
I started as an early education major, and then very quickly realized, nope, art is where I need to be. So I ended as a studio art major.
Wow. And now you've been helping out with the art apprenticeship program as a mentor. Would you like to talk about your involvement with that?
Sure. Yeah. I love it. So Creative Waco has a program called Art Apprenticeship, and it's like a creative development for high school students. And the way it kind of works is there's like a month of artistic creative development training where they do a project, and then they hear from, we do like master classes where we have people come in and speak to them about what it means to be kind of like a professional in the art world. And then the second half is completing a mural in Waco. So I think this will be the 4th year, and I've been involved with 3 of the 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So I've done it multiple years.
Yeah. Tell me about the previous one. So I know there's one in East Waco. Yeah. There's one at the Dr. Pepper Museum. Tell me about all that.
Yeah. So the 2 I was involved with previously was the Brotherwell Brewery wall and the MLK Clinic wall. Those were done at the same time. And I was pretty part-time for that. Yeah. And that was my introduction into art apprenticeship. And then in 2020... I helped do the TF&B building. Yeah,
that's really awesome. And then their most recent one was the Dr. Pepper, and
yes, now you guys part of that one.
Not part of that one. Yeah. And now you guys are doing one for Triple Win Waco. So tell me about that.
Yes, I'm very excited. So the students have been working. They're gonna do. They have been working on self-portraits, and they're actually gonna get to like do a show themselves at Cultivate.
Where guess what? You're doing your show at.
I know,
my gosh. But yeah, the kids will be doing it on July 14th as their showcase. So that's really cool. Tell me about that.
I'm really excited that the students are showing at the same time as me. It's like a really cool connection. And then we'll be starting the mural I think like next week or
Oh my
after
gosh.
4th of July. It's like really coming up
Yeah.
soon. And it was a design competition. So there's like 3 artists that pitched, or more than that. And then it came down to 3. And we got to see them pitch their
Yeah.
ideas to Corey and Clay. And then, yeah, it's the art teacher from Rappaport
Oh, wow.
got chosen for her design. which
Oh
I'm
my
really-
gosh.
I'm
Well,
really
that's so
excited for
sweet.
her.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And so you've been working on your showcase, so now tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, it's been like a year in the making, but I've been physically working on it for like 5 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when she means physically working on it, like I'm sure there's plenty of sweat, blood, and tears that have gone into this.
Yes, a lot of crying. No.
a lot of
A lot of
crying.
crying. A lot of crying. No. Yeah, so the whole idea behind it was I had multiple ideas, but really what it came down to was this idea that like COVID really has sucked.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Samesies.
And it's really I mean, we've lost people. I've lost
Yeah.
people. It's affected our mental health. It's
Yeah.
affected our kids' mental health, or my kids' mental health. And I just don't think we've even really processed
Yeah.
it, because it's still ongoing. And I definitely know, and I think most creative people will say, creativity kind of dies in this survival mode mentality,
Yeah.
where you're just thinking about like eat, sleep, survive.
Yeah.
You don't really think about like imagination or dreaming or any of those types of things. And I really desperately miss that.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like a kind of a healing experience. I used it to heal myself.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that like people will walk in and just smile and
Aw.
enjoy it, and kind of make you think about
Yeah.
moving on at least a little bit, or just exhaling.
Yeah. And so what is the title of your show?
It's called Exit Survival Mode.
And that's really goes with that.
Mhm.
Has it really been a cathartic process? And I know
Yes.
your whole basis is joy.
Mhm.
And so you have your opening this weekend. Tell us
Yes.
about that.
Yeah, so at Cultivate on Saturday, July 2nd,
Mhm.
from 6 to 8, we're having the opening. And
Whoop, whoop.
yeah, I know, I'm excited.
Yay.
And we're going to have popsicles
Yep.
and bubbles and music and just a fun little celebration.
Yeah. And it was so funny because she was like, is it okay if I have a bubble machine? I was like, just you wait. I also have a bubble machine. That means we have 2 bubble machines.
I know, bubble machines are the best.
What's better than
I
that?
mean, like, just enjoy yourself a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. And now for a word from our sponsors.
Bros and foes and heroes. Gonna tell you about bros and foes and heroes. Gonna tell you about.
Hey, I'm Zach,
And I'm Mike.
and we have a fantastic new podcast to tell you about. Bros, Foes, and Heroes. It's the 2 of us looking into the world of comics, breaking down some characters that you may have never heard of, and some that are just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, so Zach comes up with a character each time, and I go into it just completely blind. I don't know who this person is or what their abilities are or anything, and basically I guess we kind of go over their origin story and just some of the ridiculous stuff that maybe, especially Golden Age stuff.
Oh, Golden Age stuff is always the best, and we will make sure to highlight all of the shenanigans and just absolute weirdness
Yeah.
of everything.
Yeah, that's right. So subscribe today and follow us on Instagram at Bros, Foes, Heroes.
And if you don't, I know where you live. Not really, but please subscribe.
Bros and foes and heroes. Gonna tell you about bros and foes and heroes. Gonna tell you about.
Hi, this is Sarah,
And I'm Carter.
and this is Some of Our Thoughts.
We're 2 Southern sommeliers, and we want to share everything we love and know about wine. We started hanging out during quarantine and cooking and drinking and listening to music, and we just thought this would be a great way to bring everything we know to you guys.
We will make wine knowledge and food pairings easy and approachable. So put on your favorite vinyl, grab your favorite glass of wine, tune into our show, and let's have some fun.
Wine and vinyl. So check us out on roguemedianetwork.com or wherever you get your favorite podcast. We'll be talking about a lot.
Welcome to One Star Rewind, a new podcast about those dreaded one-star reviews that every business owner hates to receive, but yet every customer loves to read. During this podcast, we will peel back that one-star review to better understand how it happened, when it happened, and what the business owner is doing after receiving that one-star review. This podcast will be about love, hate, and laughter. On One Star Rewind, we will meet with real business owners who will tell their stories and how they do rely on reviews for their business. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or download us at roguemedianetwork.com. Please subscribe, but only rate and review for not a one-star review. Join us each time for a new review and a new story.
And now, back to the episode. Do you want to tell a bit more about your pieces and some of the inspiration behind them?
Sure. The type of artwork that I truly enjoy is large scale and more like installation art.
Yeah.
I really love installation art. And so
Very immersive.
I love it. It's
Yeah.
so fun. And it just, it makes you think of all of your senses, in that moment. And so that's kind of I played for a month or so, just like playing with color and texture and all this kind of stuff. And then was like, okay, the thing that's kind of happening in my brain is stories.
Yeah.
And so the idea is there's like 3 different stories that play out. So like each wall kind of has a story. And so it's multiple canvases telling kind of one story, but they're individual pieces.
That's very awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool. And so now you're in the Waco community, you're getting out there and you're getting creative. What is one of your favorite things about it?
Oh my goodness. I've made so many friends that I really truly respect and love, that I can talk to them about art and they get it. It's always beautiful to have that kind of community where you can just talk about things that other people might not understand.
No, completely understandable.
Yeah. And I am really thankful that I've gotten to just use my love of art in different ways. I never would have thought I would have gotten to do murals, large murals, and learn how to use a scissor lift and crazy things like that. Yeah. But I love it. Yeah. I absolutely love it. Yeah.
What is something you would like to see more of in Waco?
Oh my goodness. We can always use a mural on every wall.
Yes. Every wall must be covered with paint.
Right.
Color. Life.
There's just so many stories to tell. There's so many things that you can, and it brings joy to people. So there's like no downside to it at all. So definitely more art. And I would love for there to be more kind of spaces besides just Cultivate that can show shows and exhibits and things like that, and more immersive experiences, and the more the better, in my opinion.
And you've touched a lot on community. Is there anybody you would like to shout out that has helped you along this journey? I always say you can shout out your mom, your dog, your grandma.
Okay. I would say my family for sure is number one. Doing like almost like a full-time job on top of just our life has been a lot.
And you have kids.
And I have children. Yeah. So
4 boys.
3 boys.
3 boys. Sorry. 3 boys. I was like, wait, I can't run.
It seemed like 4. Yeah. No. And they've been really helpful. Like the last couple of weeks, just trying to get it all done. I've brought them up to the studio and I've been like, all right, I need you to help me do this or this just to get things done. And they've been really great.
Aww,
so
that's so sweet.
I'm very thankful for my family, for my husband. And then just a lot of friends who have encouraged me to do this.
Yeah.
There's been it's very vulnerable
Yeah.
and scary to do something like this because it's just putting yourself out there in a way that you don't have to.
Yeah.
It's voluntary.
It's a self-expression journey. So you're just putting yourself out there.
Yeah. So you're like, thankful for friends who encourage you to do it and know that you can do a good job.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful for everyone I'm thankful for Rebecca, who is the
Shout out.
the manager. I don't know what her title was.
Owner.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Way more important than manager. Sorry. Who I met through our apprenticeship, and she was like, I just joked. I said, hey, it would be really like my next bucket list item is to have a show at Cultivate.
And she was like, guess what?
Yeah,
you can do that.
She and I was joking. I was like, ha ha. And she's like, no, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
And that's how it happened. So you just never know.
And very much goes with the Cultivate brand.
Yeah. And Waco, because it is like, it's easy to get to know people and network, and like random conversations can turn into dreams come true.
Yeah. What is some advice you would give to a local Waco artist aspiring for becoming, doing a show or becoming an artist full time?
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities. I feel like one of the things we talk about with our high school students is you kind of get told you can't make a living through art, and that's just not true.
Everybody's heard that one.
Right? and you need to go to college and have like a very specific role, but honestly, if you love painting or drawing or whatever it is, graphic design, you can find it.
Yeah.
And it might be a side thing for a little while, but it can become a full-time scenario. So I think that's one of the most important things, is just like expose people to all of the different ways in which they can have a career in the art field.
Yeah. That's so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you've been here in Waco. You've kind of seen the development of it from when you were here for Baylor days to now.
Oh my goodness.
What is one of the biggest transitions you've seen?
Oh my gosh. Well, when I was at Baylor, which was a long time ago.
You don't have to tell us.
Like the Baylor bubble, is that, you've heard that phrase.
Yeah.
It was even more extreme when I was there. Like almost everyone left during weekends. And nobody came downtown. There wasn't really anything that you could come downtown for and hang out. And so I have loved seeing the change. Yes, it comes with some other not so great things, but for the most part, I love that Baylor students can come and hang out at a coffee shop or shop downtown or, things like that. And it feels much more like a city that you can immerse yourself in versus a college town that really just doesn't have anything, Yeah.
That's crazy. And we've already made it halfway through 2022. So one of the questions I always like to ask is, what is your goal by the end of the year?
Oh my gosh.
We're already on the downhill slide.
I know. I'm like, this is it. Like when after Saturday's party, I'm like going to bed.
You're like, all right, you're making me up in 6 months.
I did the thing that I needed to do for
It'll be 2023.
Year.
We're over.
Yeah. No, I really, honestly, I really don't. I've been working towards this for so long that I will happily just let the rest of the year kind of just like enjoy the just quiet, calm, which won't come because I have 3 boys.
I mean, I was going to say, and you still have to paint a huge mural. So.
Oh yeah, I had
You're like, oops, I forgot about that.
Blocked it out. Yes, no, I will do that. Rest.
And then rest. Well, that's fantastic. Well, give us all of your information, where we can find you, where we can find more information about your artworks.
Yes, so my Instagram is really where I keep all my creative stuff. So it's at KAT_art studio.
All right.
So that's where, if you want to see artwork, is there.
Yeah. And then, of course, head over to Cultivate this weekend. It's going to be fantastic. Yes. Saturday, it's really going to be an amazing space, 6 to 8. What are you looking forward to most on Saturday? Free popsicles?
Yeah, for sure. That's like the first idea I had. I was like, let's just enjoy summer.
Yeah. And this showcase is perfect for summer.
It is,
So
yeah. I had that idea from the very beginning. Kind of. It was just like, I want to think of like a perfect Saturday or summer afternoon, and that equals popsicles
and bubbles.
and bubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And music and
Yeah.
friends and community.
Exactly.
And art. What's better than that?
Yes,
That
there
sounds like
isn't.
my kind of
There
Saturday.
isn't much better than that.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on. Is there anything else you would like to share with our listeners today?
I don't think so. I'm really
right.
thankful you had me on here.
Yeah, it's going to be great. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Find us everywhere on all social media platforms, KNOW_Waco. Check us out at roguemedianetwork.com, and we're on YouTube under Rogue Media Network. Check out nowaco.com.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.
Join the ultimate celebration of digital content with its creators, passionate fans, and industry experts. It's all happening in downtown Waco across multiple venues on January 20th through the 22nd, 2023. Tickets are on sale now at roguecon23.com.